lemonade. White sprinkles.
Okay.
She's painting the smoke cup. I don't know why is she making this. Pretty well. Lemonade.
When I was carrying the sign.
That's what you got?
One.
You have.
Lemonade. Gonna eat all of it. レオレモネード。
めっちゃ可愛い。可愛い。可愛くない？
Which one are you PM?
Look at this.
I gotta remove my phone. Can make that, you know?
Might put him.
Almost. レオレモネード。
これはあれをプラスした豆乳。豆乳。
レモネード